Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn how to find restricted values for rational expressions. Restricted value means a number that will turn this fraction or any of these fractions into undefined, which means your denominator cannot be zero. Whenever you have a number divided by zero, this cannot exist. It's called undefined. However, if you have zero by any number, whichever number, it doesn't matter, it will always be zero. So that's fine. But when you have something over zero, that cannot exist. And so whichever number that turns the denominator into zero is the restricted value. And how do we find that? How do we find a number that will make this denominator zero? Well, that's pretty simple. All you do is you take the denominator, which is in this case for this example, it's x minus 6, and set that equals to 0. And then you solve it for x. So if we add 6 on both sides, we'll get x equals to 6. So what does this mean? X equals 6, right? If you plug the 6 back in right here, it'll become 6 minus 6, which is a 0. And so that would mean 2x squared plus 9 divided by 0, which will become undefined. So 6 is a restricted value. 6, you cannot use 6 in this expression. That's what it means. All right, in this expression, we can see there we have a bunch of stuff here, right? All you have to do is take one of the terms at a time. So we're going to do 2x minus 1 equals 0, which will give us, adding 1 on both sides will become 2x plus equals to 1, and then 2x equals 1, and then x will give, now we divide 2 on both sides, so we'll get half. So x equals half. If we plug in x equals half in both of these x's, right here, 2 times half is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 times anything else is also 0, which means the whole denominator becomes 0, making this undefined. So that's one of our values. But we can see we have 3x plus 4 remaining. We have to also find a value for that. So we'll have two different values for this expression. So we will set the 3x plus 4 equals 0 now. 3x plus 4 equals 0, which would mean we would have to subtract 4 on both sides, so it will be 3x equals negative 4. Negative 4. X will be dividing 3 on both sides, we'll get x equals negative 4 by 3. Again, in this case, if we plug this negative 4 by 3 back into this expression, it'll become negative 4 plus 4, because this 3 will cancel out the 3 if you plug this back in terms of x. And you'll just have a negative 4 plus negative 4, which will make this 0, times 2x minus 1 would make the whole thing 0, making the whole expression undefined. All right, now for our last example, we have x squared minus 4. If you notice, like we don't really do much with the numerators here, because that's not the concern. The concern is the denominators, and we just don't want them to be 0. All right, for the last one, we have x squared minus 4. Oops, minus 4. We'll set that equal to 0 again. And then adding 4 on both sides, we'll have x squared equals 4. Then we take the square root. By the way, square root just means to the power half, right? So 2 times half is how you get rid of the square on top of x. And the 4 will just become, well, we know that 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. We'll have plus or minus 2. Which means if you plug in negative 2 in terms of x squared, you'll still get a positive 4, right? Negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. Positive 4 minus 4 is 0. That'll make this whole thing undefined. And if you put in positive 2, it's still a positive 4. And then positive 4 minus 4 is again a 0. So that'll still make it undefined. So this will be the answer for this example. I hope that helps. Thank you.